Dear friends, welcome back. In this video, I'd like to take a look at the machine on the VulnHub, which is CALLME 1. The link will be added into the description section below so that you can download and play the machine. In my opinion, this machine is so fantastic, which involves like a Python, involves like a privilege escalation, so there will be a lot to take. Although here, as you can see, it's saying the level is easy, but I don't think so. Anyway, let's get started. We can switch into the Kali Linux VM. I have already navigate into my working directory, CALLME. And next, I'd like to discover the IP address of the target. The utility I'd like to use, as always, would be netdiscover. Press enter. As you can see, the IP address of the target could be recognized as 192.168.56.126. So what are we going to do next? We need to do the port and surface scanning with a map. I always use a map, although there are some other alternatives, but from my viewpoint, the nmap is the most powerful. To save time of this video, I've already completed before. So for now, we just cut out the result of the map scanning. As you can see over here, I used the options like the scene scan, the version scan, the default script scan, and then followed by the -p- to do the full range port scan. The last option for all is the ON, which means that output the result into this file. Of course, this is one of formats supported by the map. And the IP address, as you can notice here, has been changed, has been different from when I did the machine the first time. So from the map scanning, we can tell that the target has 3 open port number. The first one is 22, which is running shell surface, secure shell surface, or SSH surface, and its corresponding version number. Of course, I don't think we can find any vulnerability with relation to this specific version. And the next one is something relating to RPC. Again, in most cases, we do not need to take such port number into consideration. The next one, or the last one, is 23. 23, and give us some fingerprint strings and welcome username password. So maybe this is very also give us maybe this is the Fox record server. So what we are going to do next, because this one we do not need to pay attention to, and this one no vulnerability. So maybe we need to take a look at into this surface, because here give us the server information. We can use the search exploit utility to check whether there is any vulnerability for this surface. However, no results, which is fine. So next, I think the only vector for us to do is this surface or this port number. Let's connect to this number. Username, for example, admin. But nothing happened, right? Nothing happened. So this is the very important point I'd like to share with you when if you want to do this machine. for this machine, the NC is not a good option because the port number is 23, another and 23. Another option or another two is telnet. For example, we can telnet to the target. And we can put, for example, admin. Always we will use the admin as the username to try, right? As you can see, this time we can get the password. So we can, it means that we can get a response from the target or from the application. So in other words, the telnet in this case is doing better than NC, okay? For example, we can try to use admin, however, wrong password for user admin. Next, we can try to use different username, for example, like root password. The user give us. The user does not exist. So I think we can take advantage of this point. So far, we have already maybe wrong. Maybe I need to. We need to kill this process to go on. So I think we need to take advantage of this point, this information. Only valid username can allow us to go on. So next, I think we can make a brute force password for this user. Normally we can use the Hydra, right? Hydra. The username is admin, and we can use the wordless locq and the telnet. Press enter. Of course, I want to tell you, in this case, Hydra is not doing good, cannot make a successful cracking, because the process of the process between the client and the application or the server is a bit complicated, and Hydra cannot intelligently identify the abnormal behavior. So it will be better to use Python to automate this process of the password cracking. Of course, the key factor is to know the exact sequence of the communication between the client and the server or the application. Otherwise, such script cannot work at all. Okay, so now I'd like to start from the scratch to code our program to crack the password. Okay, I've already opened up the PyCharm. You know, PyCharm is the best editor or IDE for the Python, and we need to import some modules. First, we can import socket, and next we want to import the sys module, and so I think first of all we can capture users input. For example, the target, the IP address would be this. Of course, we can use the try and except index error to capture the index error. It means that if the user doesn't specify the arguments correctly, and then we'll capture or print out the usage. Okay, so we can print the usage, the target IP address, and the port number. Okay, sys archive list, The first element is the name, the file name of the program, and then we can exit the program if no such index error, and then we can capture users input or arguments. All right, so then we can target IP address is sys archive, the second element, and then the port number is int. Of course, we assume that the user specify the integer as port number. Okay, sys archive. Okay, and also we want to accept any other exception. Print the something is wrong, and we can print out the message. Again, we can exit the program. Okay, the target, maybe this is misspelling. So now we can go on. Next, also we need to specify the we need to specify the word list, the password dictionary, right? So the word list, and then we can word list sys archive. Okay, and also we can import OS module. And we can if OS pass exists the word list. If not, it means that the word list does not exist, right? So we can the word list does not exist. Exiting the program now. Okay, sys exit. Okay, so now we can go on, and then we can make loop for line in. Of course, we need to first we need to open the file word list with read only more mode as f. F is the handler of this file. So for line in f read the lines. Okay. Also, we can print some progress information trying to use passwords. And the line strip. Okay. Trying, I think, what I'm doing. So now, first of all, we need to set up or create the instance of the socket. Socket, the IPv4 family socket string TCP, and then we can connect to the target IP address and the port number. Okay. Next, I think we will receive the message from, or receive the response. Actually, these are two responses, so we need to receive twice from the server. Very, very important. If you cannot realize this point, the program will not work. Okay, so now we can receive, and then of course we do not need to care about the actual content of such response, and receive. Okay, then we need to as you can see, we need to send the username to the server, to the target. So how to do? We can send a domain. Of course, also we need to give the line separator or enter, okay? However, because I'm using Python 3, so before we can send such data to the target, we need to encode, okay? And then we will receive the password. So receive the password. And then we need to send the password. Password, we need to do some processing. Should be line strip and plus the enter. Okay. And then we can send the password. Of course, also we need to encode. Next, we will get a response. Actually, this should be to receive, similar to this one. Very important. So now we can receive. We can capture the receive and receive. Okay. If this word, wrong password, is in the response, it means that the password is not correct in res decode. Okay. And then, of course, if not, it means that the password has been found. The password has been found successfully. And then, of course, we want to print out the password. The password. Okay. And now, or not, should be not in. Okay. This is correct syntax. And then, if found, I just exit the program. Okay. If in, else, we need to close this socket, and then we can make another loop. Okay, so the socket will create the socket object or instance again. So this should be also, we can print the progress or indicator. So we can define the variable I 0. So now we can print. Maybe we can put here. why I get the error. And remove. Oh, I forgot this one. Okay. So I think we are good to go, right? If a wrong password is found, then we can close this socket or collection, and then we can continue our loop. So maybe we can test if there is any error, we can fix it. Okay, so we can Python exploit. If we do not specify any arguments, will give us the usage. And we want to use the small word list, second list, passwords, and the first one. Press enter. Oh, sorry. I think we need to make I like to import the time. If the speed is so quick and the application or the server cannot handle our request, will give us the error, or will hang. Okay, will hang, sorry. So the time. So maybe we can, for example, we can time sleep 2 seconds. 2 seconds is enough, right? Oh, I think there'll be something wrong. Oh, so I think we need to add the I, so then we can know the progress. So very simple indicator of the progress. As you can see, it's trying different passwords. It will take a bit long time, so when it's done, I will come back. Okay, as you can see over here, the password has been found successfully. Boo boo. We can copy this information onto our notebook. Of course, just now I made some modification for our program. First is I shorten the time between each password, and another one I put this one. I put the flash, so this will print out the cached data. Okay. So anyway, we have already found the passwords, and now we can log in to the target. So we can use telnet. Admin password is boo boo. However, we got this information 3,667. You are not ready? Sorry. And now we can make another collection again. The pass boo boo. As you can see here, each time we access this target, this response would be different, would be changed from time to time. So also, as you know, the machine name is called call me. And another thing is you're not ready, sorry. So maybe, our Linux, we need to set up the packet capturer to see what's happening. Okay, so now we can, of course, you can use the Wireshark, but I think the TCP dump is enough for this case. I can zoom in the terminal. So we can sudo tcp dump, and the interface is SNet1, and I just want to get the packets from to and from the host, from the target. Okay, press enter. And now we can go back and then make collection again. The admin boo 2028. So 2028. 2028. And as you can see here, we got several packets. And even you can notice that this one. So I think the target is trying to connect to the canonics on this port number. It means that we need to set up the listener. However, the challenge is here. Another challenge is here. Each time we connect to the target, this port number will be changed. So how to do? I think we can utilize the OS module to set up the listener dynamically. Okay, so let me show you. Of course, I think another problem is that if you put, for example, we can input the OS, and we can run the OS system, and the netcat and LVP and the port number, and another. So we need to, we need to convert these words. These words are numbers. We need to convert such words into the number, into the integer to use, right? And I think another module, very good module, which can help us to do this very easily and quickly. We can from words to elem import w2n, and then we can w2n. So okay, so now we can see what's happening. Okay, I think it's all right. Let's test it. We can not this one. We need to run the Python script exploit. Oh, okay, to save time, I will not repeat this process again. If you put this line and we'll go through the password cracking process again, of course, this will take a bit long time. I will not do that, but I like to tell you the first thing I'd like to, the very important thing I'd like to tell is this case, the netcat is not good. Is when we manually emulate it or connect to the target via NC, it has a problem. Although we can connect to, however, it has some problem, maybe some compatibility issue there. So in this case, we need to use the netcat ncat, and however, this is the another point I'd like to tell you, because now we have already cracked the password. We do not need to go through the entire process of the password cracking again. So maybe it would be wiser to write another script to do this. Okay, so we can exploit 2, and we can copy this code from this exploit, and put here. And I think of course, this time we do not need to use the word list, so we can remove this part, this section, and also word list. Okay, and we do not need to. Oh, of course, we do not need to open the word list, and also this one, no need. We do not need to make looping. Okay, so this part also can, of course, we need to unindent. So how to unindent? Unindent. Okay, so now the password, we have already know the password, right? The password should be, so we can put here, boo boo. Okay, so we can remove this line because we do not need it anymore. And also we can remove these blank lines. And also we do not need to use this one. Password. Okay. So I think we are good enough to go. However, I'd like to make a double check. So this part, no problem. We just capture the input by the user, by us, and initiate the socket instance or object, receive, send the username, send the password, receive. I think now we do not need to capture, we do not need to store the response. Oh, we need, sorry, my bad, because we need to delete. Okay, so I think now we can test the program. Oh, we need to run the second exploit. The password, the IP address of the target. Let's usage. Why I got this error? Oh, we need to remove this part. So we can try. Hopefully we can get the collection to the target. In the meantime, the boo-boo, but nothing happened. Very weird. System, the netcat. Port number. Maybe I need to print out this port number, right? listener is working. Okay. We can control and run it again. Error. So listener is working. So now I think we need to wait, right? We need to wait. Okay, when we are connected, and then we'll come back. See you there. I think there was one wrong code, this line, because this time we do not need to receive the second response as earlier, right? So I'd like to comment this line and test it again. As you can see, we immediately get the shell from the target, and now we can run ls. However, it's not internal or external command, and we can cat password. So it's not. So it means that we are not inside the Linux. As you can see over here, this is the Microsoft Windows. Maybe the target is running wine, the wine. I used the wine for a few times. This can simulate the Windows environment in the Linux. Okay, so now we can, we can dir. Here we can get the first flag without problem. And there is another one, start up. We can type start up. So the user G settings sets this one, user wine, record server. Of course, we need to take a look at this executable. However, where we can go to the wine. Windows, the executable always installed in the C drive, right? There are, go to the Windows, there are, and go to the system 32, there are a lot of files, including executable. However, we should be focusing on the record server, okay? And now we need to download this file onto the target. As we know, the target is running netcat, so we can use netcat to download. So how to do? Maybe I can turn up, or I can shut down the TCP dump, and we can set up another listener. Okay, and next we can, we can use the cat, the IP address, the record server. Okay, press enter. Maybe netcat. As you can see, we have received the data from the target, and then we can close up this listener, and Of course, this is the Windows executable. We cannot run it. If you want, you can, for example, install like a Wine, or you can transfer to the Windows virtual machine and to see what it's about. However, before we do that, we can use strings to read out the readable characters. And we want to, of course, in the real practice, you need to review the output very carefully. However, I'd like to grip I need to know whether there is any password it does have. So then we can use the strings, record server, and then we can use the before. I want to print out the 3 lines before the password or pass, and afterwards 3 lines. Okay, and then you can get the password for the user Fox. We can copy. Also, as we know, the target has the SSH service running, so then we can log in to the target via SSH. We can, yes, okay, and we can make it to be interactive shell. All right, next we need to elevate our privilege to the root user, right? The first thing we need to check whether this current user can run sudo. It can. So the mount. So I think next we need to take advantage of the mount to, for example, to elevate a privilege. And of course, you need to install. So how to do? Maybe this is the first time I demonstrated this technique. We need to mount because this surface is running, and then we can, for example, install the NFS surface on the Kali Linux and make it is accessible to everyone. And maybe I can show you. Exports. As you can see, this line. After you install the NFS service, you need to append this line to this file, and then we can create the new user or append the new user. For example, we can use any username, for example, like my Fox username, and we need to create the password for this user and append this user to the password file locally. Okay, let me show you. We can use sudo open SSL password 6 sort, for example, like my Fox, and password 12345. Press enter, and this should be the password. We can copy and paste in here, and then we can cut out the password file, and we can copy the first line because I want this user to my Fox to be the super user or root user. So we can create a new user, Fox, and the password we can copy and replace this one, and then we can copy and we can echo, and then of course the ZSH is maybe bash is better, and then we can sudo Okay, so now we go back to the target. Here we can use the sudo and mount and the IP address of the Linux. So this will mount the remote or Linux attack directly to the target's attack. Press enter. Maybe I need to zoom in. So sudo systemctl status ms surface mounted surface is loaded, and then we can ctl start nfs mounted surface. Now it's okay. Then we can mount this again, no problem. Now I think we can switch the shell to the user my Fox 1 2 3 4 5. It does work, and then we can navigate to root directory, and then we can get out the root flag without any problem. Of course, just now I ignored the steps on how to install the NFS service on the Linux and how to configure the export file to make the etc directory is accessible by everyone, including the target. If you want me to do, please let me know, okay, in the comment below. So that's pretty much it. I'd like to see you in the next one. Bye. Have a nice day.